Can you 1019 over to Harriet and Howard, please?
For the last 12 months, residents in San Francisco's South of Market neighborhood have had a direct line to a team of private security guards.
We do heavy patrols here every hour.
They cover 109 blocks of this neighborhood.
We got to do our job
24/7.
If there's anybody that's on the sidewalk blocking doorways, blocking garageways, or just mainly blocking the sidewalk where people can't pass through, we basically walk up to them, we address it. We asked them if they could relocate. Are you looking for any services or anything today?
These guards are not armed. They're deployed out of the Soma West Community Benefit District, the private nonprofit funded by local property owners.
How much money are you guys paying for security?
We've spent $820,000 in the last 12 months.
The main job of the benefit district is to keep the neighborhood clean and welcoming, not necessarily to hire private security, but residents felt like they had no other choice.
What do you think is contributing to the fact that now you guys need more security here?
We need more security because of the population of street addicts. And the reason they're here is because the city has concentrated all the facilities and services that enable their lifestyle in this area.
At the CBD's office, they have a bird's eye view of the conditions on the streets. They created this map showing all the city services and their exact locations.
This is a vision.
San Francisco, Soma County, they created a fund, the landlords, basically the business owners and everybody creating a fund to have private security patrol the streets. Why? Because in San Francisco, they have a huge homeless problem. This is what happens when you have Democrats in office and they're not doing nothing to clean up the streets. But also, too, what he's showing is all of the city programs that are helping these people continue to be homeless. This is the reason why the homeless is around. It's because of these programs. I used to live in downtown LA. There's food banks, there's free housing, there's drug prevention centers, all these things for all these in downtown LA. So if I'm getting all these resources, why would I leave? So this situation here in San Francisco, they created a fund where they pay $800,000 a year, probably even more, for private security just for their area, to remove people, to get the homeless off the street, to keep the area clean. Because if I own property, I want my property values to stay up. And this is what they have to do. That tells you right there, the city has failed them. But if you own property and you hire a private security to do your own neighborhood, don't you think that the San Francisco or your community should have money for the police to patrol the area and do that? But these are the same people that say they're going to clean up homelessness. But how they say they're going to clean up homelessness, they put more and more programs to the city. No, these programs need to be banned. They need to be in a different part. Take them shits over there. They'll never do that because that's money. But it's a damn shame if you live in a city and you own properties, you have to come up with a nonprofit to put money in to hire security to protect your own properties and to keep the cities safe. I'm protecting my property value by sending this money, but I'm also keeping the streets safe for kids to go down. And these private security not even armed. They're just telling people, hey, man, you got to move, clean up, this and that. People on bikes walking around. I think you're going to start seeing more, especially affluent or people, areas with a lot of business, a lot of money, going to start doing this. But that just makes the city look bad. Because then it's going to start being like, well, why would we give the city money if they're not doing their job? I just go ahead and have my own private security to patrol the area.
Visualization of where supportive services are in San Francisco. As you can see, they're all right here.
Wow, that's crazy.
Designing pockets of poverty, and they're putting it here.
The residents we spoke to said these guards are needed.
This was actually attacked about 4 or 5 times now. This was blowtorched. This was hacksawed open. This right here was kicked in. They took a crowbar to it.
Reese Isbell said his neighbors have felt trapped in the past with open drug markets outside of their front door.
Frankly, our building calls the CBD for safety patrols now instead of the police because we'll get response within a timely manner.
Supervisor Matt Dorsey represents this district.
Why are there so many resources in that area?
This is something that has gone on for decades. The 6th Street corridor in particular has a lot of permanent supportive housing there. From my perspective, we do have a lot of city services that we provide around the Civic Center and Mid-Market area. A lot of that is in South of Market just because of it's on a transit corridor, it's convenient.
The ABC7 News data team looked into crime data and found violent crimes like murder, robberies, and assaults have dropped in the Southern District by 10.3% over the last 12 months when compared to the 3-year average.
Is crime down in Soma because of SFPD or because of the private security?
It might be both.
Earlier this year,
Nah,
San Francisco's mayor.
Nope, the crime went down because of the private security. he ain't gonna say because it's all about the response time. They're there in the area, right? But the problem is with homelessness. I'm from California, and I used to live in downtown LA. I still live in California, still live in Los Angeles area, but not downtown LA. The problem is the reason why you have so much homelessness anywhere. You don't look at the people, you look at the services. How many local services are in the area? Because that's where they go to get food, money, housing. Then they back on the street causing terror. So if I'm a city, or if I'm looking at somebody to hire as mayor, what are you going to do with these support services? The problem is not the people. The people will leave when the support leaves. That's the reason why downtown LA is so bad. It's because you got couple big food banks down there. You got free housing. You got all these things in downtown LA. Downtown LA will never be great until those places move. They try. I think they believe that. I believe they did the same thing in Santa Monica. They fighting not Santa Monica, another area, Venice. So it's the services that's messing up the neighborhood. See what I'm saying? Because you're bringing that element to the neighborhood. This is why I always believe San Bernardino County. Or over there by Barstow. If you know California, you know what I'm talking about. Across from Hesperia, there's a bunch of land. This is where the homeless needs to go. We don't need to have the homeless in the cities. We need to have them over there. San Bernardino County, with all the land, build up some walls, have that whole community of people go there. Watch how much better these cities will look. But then, you say, oh, well, it's both. No, it's not both. It's because they hire people that's going to be there on call and react fast. Why does this, police react slow? It's because there's not enough of them. If you look at LA, they need 4.4 million to get more police officers on the street. See what I'm saying? So we're looking in a situation as far as saying, look, we have to get our own security and protect our own properties because you guys want to help the homeless. It's crazy.
Daniel Lurie announced a new law enforcement sobering center to get people who are doing drugs off the streets and into treatment. That center will also be located in this district.
They're concerned. They feel like the city's pushing everything there.
Yeah, I'm concerned as well, and we're trying to address the problem. This news center is all about making sure our streets are safe and that they are clean.
They're having to pay for their own security to keep those sidewalks clean.
Yeah, many CBDs are working around the city to do that, and that's why we continue to partner with them, with DPW, but also I want to increase the number of police officers walking the beat.
In a statement, the city's homelessness and supportive housing department said in part, given HSH's recent investment in new recovery-focused shelter, youth housing, and family housing in the Soma West neighborhood, we have also increased funding to the Soma West CBD to expand their ambassador, public safety, and cleaning services in the neighborhood. The benefit district confirmed the city granted them $600,000 out of $850,000 spent this year. Despite that, residents here want the city to equitably distribute services throughout the city and give Soma a break.
When is it going to stop being at our expense?
How you get rid of homelessness in your city is you get rid of homelessness services. But people don't understand that homeless services is a $1 billion industry. This is the reason why they want to put it in these areas instead of put them in areas away, because they want to use the city funding. How you get rid of homelessness is you say, no more funding for the homeless centers. If you want to do it, you do it on your own dime. If you can't do it, you got to go. How can you help the homeless out when you're using the city money? If you're not a nonprofit and raising your own money to tackle this, that's on you. That's what I would do as mayor. If I was mayor, how much money y'all putting up on this? You need all my money and y'all still not solving the problem? Hell no. Cut the funding. All y'all got to close. I want this shit cleared out. Cut it all. I'm not worried about the homeless. Because you see what the homeless is. Criminals, mentally ill people, people that are taking advantage, criminals, just all that. I don't care about them. I have nothing in my heart to say, oh, I need to take care of them over kids. Because these homeless shelters, they not using their own money, bro. They not raising money for the homeless. They getting it from the city, and they're increasing homeless, which is increasing more problems for these kids that walk down the street. Homeless problems can be solved very quickly and rapidly. How? Cut the programs. No more programs. No more. No more money to these programs. You cut the money to these programs, watch how fast homelessness clears up in these cities. Because a lot of these programs get money from the city. That's what y'all don't understand. These ain't programs where people are raising money, they're getting donations, they're keeping it going. They're getting millions and billions of dollars from the city, from the state, to solve a problem that is never going to be solved because it's a moneymaker. That's just like cancer, right? Why would I solve cancer if I'm making billions a year? Why would I solve homelessness when I'm getting billions a year? All it does is homelessness makes the price go up on everything else. We got to spend more money on private security. We got to spend more money on getting more police officers, more and more and more and more and more, instead of just saying no more funding. Let's see how fast this homelessness ends when there's no funding. When these programs can't get their own funding on their own. Well, you want to have your program? You are a nonprofit, raise your money. Other than that, gotta go. Let's just be straight up, man. Put the money into the kids so they don't be homeless, so they don't fall in within drugs. Let's put them in STEM programs. Let's put them in situations to where they could be better. Let's do that. Why we continue to take care of the homeless and give the homeless people money when they tricking it off? They still cracked out. They still sleep on the floor. They still don't have permanent housing. They still don't have a job. You guys not even helping these people to get a job, get clean. You're not helping them. You're just using them to make money that you get from the city or the state. Man, I should run for mayor. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. As always, we're going to keep this thing rocking, keep it going. And daily shows coming soon. We're going to keep it going.